welcome back to my channel. I'm Yukta, and if you've never been here before, I am a college student. I go to University of Illinois at Urbana, Champaign, and I am currently a rising junior, and I am majoring in history and minoring in Spanish and poli-sci. Today, I wanted to talk about how I got into every school that I applied to. I applied to 5 schools. I applied to DePaul, Bradley University, Cornell College, Marquette, and University of Illinois. Obviously, I chose University of Illinois because that's where I go now. And just a quick disclaimer before we get into the video. So I'm not making this video to brag. I'm making this video to help other students. I am going to talk about the 4 main things that you can do to get into all the schools that you are applying to, especially if you're going to be a senior this fall, or even if you're a freshman in high school right now. This video is especially helpful for people that are just starting high school or are sophomores or juniors, because this is going to set you up for success when you're applying to colleges. So these 4 tips I'm going to talk about, I actually made a TikTok about this like 2 months ago, and it actually did pretty well. And since that video helped all these high schoolers, I thought, why not make a whole YouTube video about it where I actually go in depth on the 4 things that I talked about in that TikTok. So let's get into this video first of all. So tip number 1 is leadership positions in clubs. Extracurricular activities are so important to your college application, because colleges aren't just looking at your GPA or your SAT score. They are looking at you as a whole. Basically, your clubs, the activities that you're involved in, are going to show these colleges what you're interested in and what you are going to be bringing to their campus life and their community. Join clubs that you are passionate about, that you're interested in, and that are going to help you with your future and career goals. Also, they're a great way to make friends. And when you have the opportunity to run for a leadership position within that club, do it. Because those leadership positions are going to put your application over the top, and it's going to give you life skills that you're going to be using for literally the rest of your life, and absolutely going to be using in college. All these clubs in colleges, all the RSOs, extracurricular activities, all of those in college, they're run by students. So learning these skills in high school on how to run a club and how to succeed within a club and how to be a leader within an organization are going to help you so much in the long run. In high school, I was involved in dance marathon, and for the last semester of high school, I was on the executive board. That meant that we basically ran the entire thing. Like, we fundraised all year long, we organized all the events, we organized like the main dance marathon at the end of the year. In the executive board, I was in the finance committee. Being in dance marathon, I learned so much more about what goes on in the background on organizing these events. That was probably the best experience I've ever had in high school. That organization helped me so much in the organizations that I'm a part of now. I'm in a sorority. I'm currently the vice president. I was also fundraising chair. I don't think I could have done any of these positions if I hadn't taken on leadership positions in high school. Let me drink some more kombucha, and then we'll get to point number 2. Number 2, rec letters. These are important. So here's my advice on rec letters. Basically, you need to find a teacher that you have a connection with, who understands your work ethic and knows who you are as a person. It can be your teacher, it can be a sponsor for one of the clubs that you're a part of, or it can even be your guidance counselor. In junior year of high school English class with one of my teachers, and I absolutely loved her. I would talk to her about the books after class. I would be like, hey, I love this book, this reminds me of this, and then we would just like talk about stuff, and I was able to build a connection with her that when the time came around for me to ask for recommendation letters, she was the first person on my list. But when you're reaching out for rec letters, do it early, do it second semester of your junior year, because a lot of teachers will get overwhelmed with rec letter requests. So usually what was I saying? So usually what a teacher will do is that they will send you a form to fill out about information about yourself. So you just fill that out and you send it to them. Number 3, volunteering and summer jobs. I know it can be hard to have a summer job when you're in high school, or even like finding volunteer opportunities, because a lot of college students are taking up the jobs, a lot of college students are taking up the volunteer opportunities. It's going to make you look like a very committed and responsible person and very well-rounded. So with volunteering, if you can't find opportunities within your community, you might be able to find a club within your school. For example, I was in WHO Club, which stands for We Help Others. And basically through that club, I was able to find a lot of different volunteering opportunities. And then for summer jobs can be hard to find because of course college students do be taking up most of those summer jobs. I would know. In high school, I did have one summer job. I worked at Claire's for one summer. It was a great experience. I honestly think getting a job when you're in high school, at least during the summer, is going to teach you a lot. It's going to teach you responsibility, it's going to teach you accountability, and a lot of other things, depending on the job that you get. It'll give you real life experience. Number 4, and I feel like this one, number 4, I feel like this is the most important one. It's that you need to not focus on being the best student. Focus on improving yourself. Don't focus on the 4.0. Don't focus on the 1600 SAT score, because in the end, that's not going to matter. What's going to matter is you trying to get there. Colleges like seeing upward trends. They like seeing improvement. So freshman and sophomore year, I was not doing well grade-wise because one, I just wasn't used to the way high school worked. I didn't have proper studying skills. Basically, I just wasn't prepared. I did struggle. I did not have the best GPA, and it really wasn't my best work. Instead of focusing on the big goals as, oh my god, I need to get a 4.0 GPA, like I need to bring my grades up, I tried to focus more on where I was struggling. I knew I was struggling with my math classes because math is just hard. So what I started doing is I would talk to my teachers. I would go see teachers before school, during my study hours, study hall. As you can tell, I have not been in high school for a long time. Because it wasn't about being the best student, it was about doing better. So by the time senior year rolled around, I was able to bring my GPA up to a 3.6, which is a big difference considering sophomore year, every semester I was being like 3.2 GPA. I was focusing on doing better as a student, studying more efficiently, and not being focused on perfection, because honestly, perfection is just not possible and it's not what you should focus on. So you just need to forget about the things that you can't control and focus on the stuff that you can control. And that was the 4 things that I just talked about. Okay, same thing with your SAT score. You do not have to get a perfect SAT score to get into colleges. It's a number, and the number doesn't define you, is what I'm trying to say. Is that I got a 1240 on my SAT, but I still got into all the schools that I applied to. It is so hot. That was all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that these 4 points that I talked about in this video helped you guys, because high school is hard. If you like this video, you should subscribe to my channel, because then I'll make more videos like this. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I make new videos every Sunday, so if you want to stick around, turn on those post notifications so that I can see you next Sunday. Bye!